today's video, I'd like to talk about Rixa. I love this card. Rixa is dope. Like, his effect is really cool. His art is amazing, but he got done dirty. He got done really dirty. The main issue with Rixa is his cost. He's a 9 cost spirit. Like, why does he need to cost 9? Is it because they also printed Crocat? That's a bad reason to make Rixa 9 cost, right? The other thing is, why is he only 4 reduction? We also have Seagram Ira that has 5 reduction as a 9 cost spirit. So why did Rixa only get 4 reduction? And then also, level 2 requires 4 cores. For Ira, it requires 3. Why? And then on top of that, his ascend targets. All right, let's get into it. Hello, summoners. Welcome to MainDeck Masters. My name is Jacob. I've been wanting to complain about Rixa for a while because I tried to build him as soon as the set came out. Before the set came out in proxy play, I tried to build Rixa, and it was so hard to make him work. He is basically upgraded Curse Dragon, right? When he comes down, uses Ascend ability, he wipes 1 core from all of your opponent's spirits. He wipes 1 core from their Nexus, but he moves them to the trash. Whereas with Curse Dragon, if he kills something, you ramp, which is really nice. Curse Dragon kills something, he ramps for it. But Rixa doesn't ramp. But that's okay because he moves the cores to the trash. When he comes down, it makes it incredibly hard for the opponent to defend because all of their cores are in the trash. Great ability. However, his Ascend is a Shadow or a Nightling. There aren't good Shadow Nightling spirits. There are good Shadow Nightling spirits to ascend off of, but to ascend off of a spirit that costs 6 or more, now we're getting into that territory where the cards you want to run at the 6+ slot aren't Shadows or Nightlings. And if they are Shadows or Nightlings, they're spirits you don't want to ascend for, pay to ascend for Rixa. Nemesis, Palladian, Nocturna. You don't want to ascend those spirits, right? And then if he is an upgraded Curse Dragon, well, we can't use Baculus. You could use Baculus, but you need the Baculus plus another spirit to ascend Rixa off of. So it's a 3-card combo instead of a 2-card combo. Black Lance is the best 6-drop in purple, maybe in the game. You can't ascend off of Black Lance. Guinevere, you can ascend off of Guinevere, but who plays Guinevere? And then I don't really have any Percival. We don't play Percival. The problem with like cards like Percival and what they were intending for Rixa with the Ascend Fodder Spirit, Warden Gargoyle, is they're trying to get you to play a Reanimator style deck. And the problem with Reanimator style decks is they're just not good in the meta right now. You can't play Velium Reanimator and have a competitively viable deck because it's just not fast enough to keep up with the Iras and the Hydras and the armor forms and the Valkyrie bounces and everything else. The Divine Bird Tokiwas. We haven't seen any of those in any top cuts yet, but you get the picture. Like, it's just not fast enough. You can't Velium Reanimate and play Percival or Gravedigger Skeleton or Warden Gargoyle or anything like that and have a competitive deck. So that makes Rixa unplayable in a competitive sense. And it also, but it still makes Rixa's still hard to play in a casual sense because of his cost. Whereas Hydra comes down and you can ramp off of his entire package because you've got the Labyrinth and you've got the Aberrations that can all ramp, and you can skip Hydra's Ascend cost because Hydra doesn't have an Ascend trigger to use a specific ability. With Ira, you have Big Bang energy, so you can mana cheat Ira out, and there's a lot of really good 6-cost or more spirits, and he's neutral. He doesn't require Star Dragons. He doesn't require you to ascend off of a Seaworm name to get his, board wipe effect. He just needs you to ascend off of a 6-cost or more, which is very easy in red. Andromeda, Gray, Meteor Imper Seagworm, uh, Dustworm Drought Dragon, Nova, Trident Dragon, you know, Dragno King. It doesn't matter the family type or anything like that, just that it's 6 cost or more. And, Big Bang Energy, you can play Ira for 0. You can play out, you can Andromeda, and then Ira for 0. Armor Form costs 9 as well, but with 5 reduction, but you can mana cheat it out with Newman City or even Dimension Rift. So, your 9 cost Spirit with 5 reduction, you're paying 4 because you have 2 Newman Cities out, or a Newman City and 2, a Battery Bull and a Little Vickin or something like that. Or 2 Nexus and a Battery Bull, and boom, you've got full reduction on it. Divine Bird Tokiwa, you're in green, so you're on in color ramp. So the Divine Bird Tokiwa can come down. It costs 4, it costs 4 in a deck that ramps cores like crazy. Ascends off of a Prey Bird. Now, its ascend target can be a little bit harder because you either need Mother Meadow Bird, or you need Toki 7, or Fang Wong, or something like that. But it's still much easier to acquire than bringing out Rixa, because Rixa costs 9 with 4 reduction. He costs 5, and then to use his ability, his when attack ability to reanimate something, it costs an additional 4 cores. So he's a 9 core investment, whereas Divine Toki 8 is a 8 core investment. No, a 7 core investment, because its level 2 is only 3 cores, and you know Ira is as little as a 1 core investment, because you BBE it for free, and then, well, let's say 3 core investment, because you have to pay at least 2 for BBE, and then you can swing with it at level 1 because it's already done its job. Mach Ginbu, it's a 7 cost with 3 reduction. It costs 4, but it can ascend off of White Pawns, a card that can come out for free. And it can ascend off of any card in the Fable Beast package. You can ascend off Carbonk and Hippocampo, Hundun, you name it. Like, you can ascend off of anything. Basically, the entire deck you can ascend off of. And then we have Rixa, where you have to pay at least 5 plus 1 maintenance core. You have to have spirits that you don't want to play because they suck in order to get his ascend cost. The good spirits that you want to play have to be part of the deck, and then you have to play additional spirits that you just don't want. Like Warden Gargoyle, it only has its win summon when it comes from trash. That's pretty garbage, honestly. And the best way, like, he could just be upgraded Curse Dragon with his Ascend effect. You could, if it was any 6 cost or more purple spirit, or anything like that, or any 6 cost undead or serpent, would be much better, way better than Shadow or Nightling, because you can ascend him off of Blacklands. Like I said, you draw 2 off of Blacklands, ascend Rixa, because Blacklands only costs, technically costs 5 if you want to draw 2, but it still only costs 3 because you put the 3 cores on it and then you take 2 off. Baculus wipes all of their spirits down to 1 core, and then you Rixa them and put the rest of their cores in the trash. Like, that could have been an incredibly good combo, but it's too hard to pull off, and you can't back and then Rixa ascend off of back because of the stupid Shadow or Nightling text. The good Shadows are low cost, and the good Nightlings are none. Why? Was Bandai afraid that, were the devs afraid that this would be too strong? No, you've got Hydra, you have Ira, we have Armor Form. Those cards do good work. They come out cheaply, and they do really good work. They change the pace of the game. Rixa, you have to jump through 3 hoops, say 12 Hail Marys and 5 Our Fathers. You have to pray to the RNG gods that you don't die before you get to it, and you have to keep a board with 4 reduction in order to play this, and you're still paying 5 for it. It sucks, because he could have been really, really cool. Wipe your opponent's board, put their cores in the trash, swing, reanimate a card that costs 6 or less from your grave, and build a board workshop with a really cool 2-symbol spirit. and they put Falso in the same, like, you have the idea is Rixa bring out Falso in, if there's anything left, if they guard, they have to take 2 cores off of it immediately because of Falso. Makes it easier for you to core theft that spirit and just straight up kill it. But they didn't. They gave us this. They gave us this. And Rixa did not deserve this treatment. I'm mad. I love purple. I love Rixa. Give him one more reduction. Make him a 1/3/5. Give him the ability to ascend. Maybe not off of serpents, like you can't ascend him off of a black lance, but make it Shadow or Undead instead of Shadow or Nightling. And he would have been so much better. He would have been playable. You might have been able to see him in competitive control lists, purple control lists, running him instead of Curse Dragon or in conjunction with Curse Dragon. So purple could have more than just Ouroboros aggro, which is a great deck. Don't get me wrong. I love the deck. It's incredible deck, but we could have had this guy in top cuts, or, well, let's be real, there are no top cuts right now, but we could have had this guy in, top 8s for events. He could be competitive. Why? Why? It just makes me sad because he has, like I say, beautiful art, great SPR. I'll pop it up on screen right here because I sold my SPRs because he sucks. I don't need the SPRs because why would I keep the SPRs of a card that, I can't play? And it brings me back to, even casually, you gotta splash in green ramp just to play this guy. You gotta be able to ramp and get those extra cores so you have a modicum of some sort of possibility of playing this guy and getting any of his effects off, because you have to pay 5 and then you have to put 4 more cores on him. And then whatever you summon from the grave, you have to put at least 1 core on. So half the time you put 4 cores on him, and then when you summon something from the grave, you immediately bring him back down to level 1 because we can't have nice things. This is the least playable Ascend boss spirit in the game. Barring the vanilla Ascend cards, shut up, those don't count. Ginbu is better than this. Divine Tokiwa is better than this. Armor Form, Ira, Hydra, all better than Rixa by miles. And Rixa deserved better. That's all. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about Rixa down in the comments. See you in the next video.